a lot of developers in Lagos, they focus majorly on the highland, developing property around Lekki, Epe axis. Few people focused on the mainland. So, for instance, somewhere around Shomolu, Bariga, Surulere, Yaba, Ketu, they are in the middle of town. The demand for house rent in those areas is always very high because people are working there. It's a developed community already. It's a developed community. People are working there day by day and they need accommodation. And if someone can provide modern accommodation in those areas, I mean, you are going to sell out within a very short time, because the demand for accommodation, the demand for housing in that area is always very high. So let's take, for instance, you want to invest in that area in Lagos. Most of the properties in that area, they are already built up properties. So how can you go about it? The one way you can go about it is by buying old properties. Old properties that is already dilapidated and people are not using it as much again. So you buy those property, you demolish, and you build a more functional and more modern building on the land. So let's take, for instance, you buy a property of 4 flats, 4 units of 4-bedroom flat in somewhere around Yaba for 200 million, and that property is sitting on a 600 square meter plot of land. So you decide to demolish the property completely. After demolishing the property, you want to build a modern house on that property, 3-bed terrace duplex. You can conveniently build 4 units, occupying a space of, with an average size of 120 square meter per unit, so that you have at least 100 square meter space for gatehouse, generator area, water treatment plant area. I mean, you can build 5 on that plot of land, but just to ensure that you have space in the compound, right? You can conveniently build 4 units of 3-bed terrace duplex, and each of the units, construction cost, documentation, everything, let's imagine that everything goes for 25 million naira per unit for construction. So you have 4 units, and in the process of construction, there are certain things that you can do to maximize your profits. You can have the design of the property and begin to sell the property at off-plan stage. You can start from off-plan. People can buy into the property. Then people buying into the property, you use their money to construct the property. And when you are done with the construction, they become the owner of the property. So it is not that you are only using your money for the property. You are not only using your money. You can use other people's money. You can leverage their money in the construction phase. So by leveraging their money in the construction phase, you are reducing that financial stress on yourself. So back to what I was saying. So each unit costs 25 million naira to construct, 25 million naira per unit, and you have 4 units. The total cost of the project, construction plus the cost of the land, is 300 million, and each of the units you are able to sell them for, because each unit of 3-bed terrace duplex around Yaba area of Lagos, you could sell them for 130 million naira. Depends, I mean, the cost can vary, but at least you can sell each unit for 130 million naira. If you sell each unit for 130 million naira, for 4 units, you realize 520 million. So 520 million minus 300 million, which is cost of acquisition plus construction. Thus, you are going home with 220 million naira as profit. So, and I tell you, demand in Yaba for property is very, very high, because we have a lot of people working around that area. It's a developed community. Demand for housing in that area is always very high. Always very high. People working on the highland, they prefer to stay around Yaba because it's close to prevent to afford traffic on the third Milan bridge. So Yaba is a central location that any property built around that area will sell out within a very short time. So that is a very good investment strategy that a lot of people are not even aware of. A lot of people don't even put them into consideration. So this is a very good investment strategy that you can adopt, and you'll be able to maximize your money.